Our commentator is Marty Morrissey.
30,000 people packed into St. Tiernack's Park here in Clones, a newly renovated ground for this intriguing Ulster final clash. All-Ireland and Ulster champions Donegal defend their titles this afternoon without five of the side that brought unprecedented joy to the county last year. There are three changes to the team selection that lined out against Armagh in the semi-final. Barry McGowan replaces Declan Boyle at corner-back. Mark Crossan gets Donal Reid's number 5 jersey, while the attack welcomes back James McHugh to his familiar right-half forward position. It's a Donegal team that has shown great character and certainly great depth of talent, as evidenced by the performance of John Duffy, plucked from obscurity in the semi-final and has now contributed 1-4 so far in the championship. Last year's beaten finalists returned to Clones with 12 of the side that still talk agonisingly about a match they feel they should have won. Now they have a chance to rectify that situation and show 4 changes from their semi-final team. Despite earlier denials, there is a last-minute switch. Fergal McCusker comes in for Danny Quinn at full-back. Otherwise, Johnny McGurk replaces Carl Diamond, who is recovering from injury right half. Brian McCormack's performance in the semi-final earns him the right half forward spot, while former Antrim player Stephen Mulvena gets his big chance at right corner forward. Match referee is Tommy McDermott from Killashandra, County Cavan, who next Sunday will referee the Leinster football final. Match is on, the Ulster football final, the match that everybody, not alone in the province of Ulster, but indeed all over the country, has been talking about. And it's a day in which pure, utter determination will win this Ulster title, because it's a terrible day in Clones. We've had heavy rain and the pitch is in quite bad condition, to be honest with you. And I think you'll see a lot of splashes and a lot of endeavour in this Ulster final clash. Here's an opportunity for Dermot Heaney, but he sends it to the left and wide. The first such attempt going to the wrong side of the post. Stephen Mulvena dispossessed by Mark Crossan, and down goes Mulvena once more. It's a terrible ball which Gary Coleman easily gathers. Manus Boyle is now playing at right half forward for Donegal. Switches over to Martin Shovlin, picked up by John Doherty, and Doherty is the man who is doing a lot of sweeping up at right corner back at the moment. Now passing midfield, giving it to his centre half back Paul Carr. Out towards John Duffy. This is good play by Donegal, good possession football. Now can Duffy take on his marker? He succeeds in doing so, and it's a free for Donegal. Manus Boyle has contributed 11 points so far in this championship. Now going for his first point in the Ulster final. Make that 12 points in total and 1 point in the Ulster final, the first score of the match after 11 minutes of play. Easy ball for Joyce McMullen. Anthony Tohol after him. Donegal are playing well. Great run by McMullen. Going through, taking a shot and sending it straight over the bar. The only man in the Donegal attack that hasn't scored in the championship scores Donegal's second point in the Ulster final. It was a wonderful run. Terrible marking by Derry, it must be said, but wonderful play by Joyce McMullen. Fergal McCusker dropping it in up towards Dermot Heaney. This is Mark Crossan, and the right half side of the Donegal defence playing very solidly. Mind you, as I think of it, so is the left hand side, because this is Joyce McMullen cutting across, sending a ball in low. Gary Coleman with the task of marking Declan Bonner. Back to Coleman again. Ball inside towards Enda Gormley. Giving it back outside. It's not pretty football, to be honest with you, but it's non-stop action all the way. Ryan McCormack fouled, so it's a free for Derry. took 17 minutes for Derry to open their account, and they did it thanks to Enda Gormley's free. Look at the ball, as players are just slipping and sliding all over the place. It's hard to believe this is the 18th of July, but the pitch is really in very bad condition, it must be said, as Derry come forward with Tony Scullion. A little bit too lax in getting it for his man as Boyle. It's hopping all over the place. It goes back to John Doherty once more. Declan Bonner was telling him to put it into space, but Gary Coleman read it well. Giving it back to his goalkeeper, Damien McCusker. It's different, but it works. Goes all the way down towards Barry McGowan. Held by Damien Cassidy. The referee, I think, judging the decision correctly. Brian Murray sending one in towards Manus Boyle and James McHugh, and it's John Duffy that latches onto it. Henry Downey staying with him. That's 3 Derry players, and still they can't stop Duffy. Now he's looking for a little bit of support. That's a third man challenge, surely. And the referee is going to give a free. And he's giving the free to Donegal. And there would be a certain amount of support for the fact that the free should have gone the other way. Manus Boyle, second attempt from virtually the same position, and once more he raises the white flag. 2 points for Manus Boyle and 3 for Donegal. A relatively easy one for him. It's Brian Murray down towards Enda Gormley, besides giving it to Dermot Heaney, Damien Barton and Gary Walsh under no pressure to give it down to Barry McGowan. Declan Bonner. Fergal McCusker picking it up. To Enda Gormley. That's a very good shot and a very good point. 2 points for Enda Gormley, which gives Derry a little bit of a chance in this match, because certainly in the last few minutes they've come more and more into the game. But this was a superb point. Down towards James McHugh, and the ball just stuck in the mud. Anthony Toole, on a warm summer's day in Clonus, that would have hopped into James McHugh's arms. Well gathered by Damien Cassidy, and that goes off the post and over the bar. That's a great point by Damien Cassidy. The young man from Balahi levels the match after 30.5 minutes of play. But Cassidy is one of the best forwards in the game. I've said it many times before. No messing around, no soloing, just have a go straight over. So Dermot Heaney is off, and Dermot McNichol is in for Derry. Two Donegal players just getting in each other's way. The ball eventually goes back to Manus Boyle. This is Joyce McMullen. There's plenty of space in front of him. Tony Scullion comes out to greet him and says hello. This is Paul Carr. He has an opportunity if he gives it to his left. This is Martin McHugh. His timing left a little bit to be desired. It goes over the bar, however, and Martin McHugh from a very difficult angle. But for a moment, there was a goal opportunity on. It puts Donegal in front. Great move by Joyce McMullen, giving it to Paul Carr, but he delayed his pass, and McHugh from a very difficult angle. Look at that. Great point. Comes down to Damien Cassidy, giving it on to Dermot McNichol. A point opportunity, and he puts it over the bar. Dermot McNichol makes his return to the Derry team with a point that brings them within shouting distance. The old Derry minor and under-21 combination, Cassidy and McNichol. And this was a well-taken point on his left foot. proving that he should be on the first 15. And it's half-time in St. Tiernack's Park, Clones. A match very much marred by the terrible weather conditions. But at half-time, Donegal will go in probably the happier. 5 points to 4 at half-time.
3 out of 4 Irish people don't